Good evening, everyone. I've made it just in time. I need the toilet, but it's too late for that now. Welcome to Tour of Watopia Stage 2 Long Run. My name is Clive Finnimore. This is the Zwift Run Channel, and this is the Cornish Zwift Garage. We better get moving. We only got 8 seconds to go, and we start. I think we're going to run this, or I'm going to run this at 10 kilometers per hour tonight. There we go. Good evening. Hello. Just saying hello in game. I forgot my glasses, so I might not be able to see the screen to read things tonight. Good evening, Noah. Noah says good evening in the live stream. Noah's in the run with us tonight, also running at 10 kilometers per hour. I believe Tina might be there somewhere, and Amy in the 5k version, stage 2. I've literally just got in the door from home 10-15 minutes ago and was battling with the laptop to try and get the live stream set up in time. It wasn't having it to start with, and then with about 5 minutes left to go, the computer decided to connect up to the internet. Quick change of clothes. There's a big pile of work clothes on the floor next to me there. And it was time to go. And now I'm absolutely busting for the toilet, but it's too late for that. Time to put my ultra running pants on and hold it in. Noah says he's got a 15 to 20 second delay on the live stream. That's probably me, Noah. My limited laptop doesn't really allow me to stream out in real time. It needs a little bit of time to think about what it's doing. And it just about manages it. So here we are. This is Tour of Watopia Stage 2 Long Run. We may unlock another piece of kit tonight. I don't know. I don't know if it's every two runs before we unlock something. Wild Bino, I made it. Well done. Good to have you along, buddy. Nice one. Good to see you. So this is good, isn't it? Day 2 of my new job. It means I work Monday to Friday, 8 till 4. So the earliest I can run now is 5 o'clock, which I prefer to do because it's an hour before my wife comes home, so I get to sneak in a crafty run before she gets home. I've got Noah running with me here tonight at 10 kilometers per hour. We've got a few out in front, a few behind. It doesn't matter where you are. The main thing is you're here. I'm quite knackered. I got to drive the tractor today. I thought, let's give it a go. Took a few attempts. I couldn't get it to turn over to start with. Then I started it up, drove out the garage and realised the digger on the front and the little trailer on the back were too low, so it was going to catch on the ground. And then I tried to, it cut out, I couldn't restart it. Then I worked out you have to be sat on the seat for it to start. There must be a kill switch under the seat. Pretty scary driving up the field. I really thought it was going to tip up. I must be the slowest tractor driver there is. Thank you, Noah. Noah's just putting in in-game chat. Clive is streaming this run on the film MyRun. He's just corrected, it's the Zwift Run Channel. Thank you, Noah. Much appreciated. Thank you, Noah. Just yapping on about the tractor driving today. Yeah, so I had to use the tractor to drive up to the top of the drive to pick up biomass bags of pellets. There's about 200 up there. So for the last couple of hours I've been lifting heavy bags of pellets on and off the tractor. My arms feel like I've been hanging from a beam for an hour. Didn't think I'd make it tonight. But you don't need your arms to run, not tonight. Nice and steady. Just need your legs. Good evening, Paul. Paul says, hi Clive, how are we doing day 2? I drove the tractor today, Paul. So in the garden they've got a ride-on lawnmower and they've got a mini tractor with a digger on the front and like a lifting device on the back. I thought I'll give it a go. What's the worst that could happen? Reverse it through the garage and take out the building. Luckily that didn't happen. It took me a few attempts to work out how to start it and keep it going. I now know there's a kill switch under the seat, so you have to be sat down to start it. There's lots of levers on there, but I daren't touch them. I did have a go with a scoop thing on the front. I did think about setting up the tripod and doing a little video for Finnimore's Farmhouse YouTube channel, but I chickened out. I was concentrating too much on not tipping it over. Maybe next time. So there we go, 1 kilometre done, 9 to go. Noah's just saying running and typing is quite difficult. It is. I voice to text it, Noah, and it can be quite funny sometimes because I haven't got my glasses on, so I could end up sending something in I shouldn't do. But it's not too bad at the moment. I've now got the companion app on an iPad, so it's a bit bigger, so I can actually see it without my glasses. It's a little bit blurry, but it's readable. So up on my left here, I've got my iPad with companion app on, which broadcasts to my laptop and OBS, which you can see it there on the screen for voice chat, or you can flick it over to the dashboard. Down in front of me I've got my iPhone with YouTube on it, so I can see if the stream's working and hear it through my headphone. Up in front we've got a big telly with the Zwift game on it, which is running on an Apple TV down there, and all that goes through the laptop, which goes onto OBS and onto YouTube. Not something that you can just press and click and go. There's always about 30 minutes of faffing before we go live stream. Today I had to condense that to 15 minutes. We very nearly didn't make the live stream, managed to pull it off just in time. Noah says, I think I mumble too much of voice to chat. Yes, it sometimes doesn't understand my Cornish twang. So we'll get this 10k done for today. It's so nice to be able to run every day again. Had enough of those 12-hour shifts. We'll get this done, we'll have a shower, we'll have some tea, and we can sit down with the family and watch the telly this evening. The wife's currently out, so this is an unofficial run, a crafty run I can get away with without her saying you're always running. She does want picking up though. She's currently DJ Lucy at the local primary school for the Halloween disco, and she says she'll be phoning me about 6 to half past for me to pick her up. So let's hope we can get this run in before that boat call comes through. So heart rate currently 127. Temperature in the Cornish Zwift garage 13.6. Humidity 72%. Paul Hayward's already done his 10k run today outside. And he's also done a few hours of gardening. Nice one, Paul. Most of my job today was indoors, checking water temperatures on mixing valves, trying to locate a defective TMV valve, passing water possibly from the cold to the hot side, back up into the water tank. So the search goes on. I didn't locate it today, but I will find it. I might go up and look at the water tank tomorrow. That's enough of the water tank and the water treatment conversation. We'll deal with that in the morning. Oh, it's just reminding me, look. It's getting dark, I haven't put the ducks in yet. Hopefully it'll still be a bit of light out there at 6 o'clock when I finish. I'll have to drop straight down there before Mr. Fox comes along. Just going to turn on the front light. See where I'm going now. We are approaching 2 kilometers in, 8 to go. Heart rate currently 124. Come back down again. How's your heart rate doing now? All right, nice and comfortable? I had to quickly grab one of my alternative orange t-shirts tonight as my Zwift ones are in the wash. This one is the Guernsey Ultra 2022. Running around the island of Guernsey. Enjoyed that one. Flying out there on the plane. Stephen and Victoria were out there that time. It was a hot day. Thank you for the ride on, Tina Beard. Tina says, hi gang, sorry I didn't join, I really needed a rest. That's alright, Tina. I was driving the tractor today, Tina. was a bit scared. It's quite a steep garden. At one point it conked out and I had to roll backwards and then get a run up. Sorry Tina, I don't think there's going to be a Finimore's farmhouse today unless it's just a really quick one, putting them away in a bit. Didn't get back home till about 4:45. Bit of faffing around, emergency stream setting up. But we made it just in time. It's getting dark now as well. All the animals are still out, Tina. I'm going to get in trouble with Lucy. Tina said, "Woo, was it fun?" I was driving the tractor. It was scary, Tina. I was frightened it was going to go backwards and take the garage out. There's lots of low washing lines outside the garage as well. I had to make sure I didn't strangle myself driving up the garden. Yeah, same here, Tina. We'll get this done. It's still light outside. We should be all right. As long as I do it before Lucy comes home, I'll be okay. Lucy's scarier than the fox. If she knows I haven't put them in yet, she'll be after me. Got my eye on the garden now, watching the light dim. It's fading quite quickly out there. The plan was to put them in before the run, but due to technical issues trying to set the stream, I ran out of time. Tina says you're putting lazy Mr. C to shame. Cheers, Paul. Paul says great channel. Caught up with it last night. Hopefully you find the torches before the dark. I did tell the wife this morning not to let them out because it's been quite cool today and overcast. I told her not to open them up because otherwise they'll dig down. So they should still be in their boxes. Fingers crossed. Yeah, that's very true, Noah. Noah's saying rest is very important, Tina. I hope you are otherwise okay. Tina's just saying, yep, I'm not as young as I used to be. I tend to have rest day on a Sunday. I always think about running on Sunday, but it's the old listen to the body. And if I'm feeling good, I'll jump on the treadmill. But generally, I chill out on a Sunday and do jobs at home, catch up with the washing and stuff like that. Especially after a park run on a Saturday morning, where I go out quite hard. Sunday's my rest day, and then it's back to work again on Monday. I'll have to, after park run this Saturday, I'm probably gonna pop into the shops and pick up 3 more bags of bark Tina, finish off that bit at the front, so we can do a video of that, letting them out, putting them away, see what else I get up to. I never really have a plan on the weekend, what I'm going to do. Well, that's any day, even at work. I haven't got a clue what I'm supposed to be doing at work. I'm just sort of making it up as I go along. I suppose as long as you're doing something, Tina says the little seagull with the bent wing is her favourite. He's called Henry. Funny enough, we didn't actually rescue that one. Someone brought him to us to look after. But a few weeks before they brought him to us, we spotted him on a rooftop down in Polperro. We got a call from a local asking us to come and have a look, see if we could rescue him. But he was up on the top of a rooftop and the adults were still around. So I said to him, it's best to leave him where he is at the moment. And when he's hungry, he'll come down. Well, a few weeks went by, we got a call from someone else, completely unrelated, saying they'd found a seagull with a funny wing. They took him to the vets, but they just said they were going to put him to sleep. That's what they always do with broken wings for some reason, where I live. So they asked if we could take him on. You couldn't, there's no way of fixing the wing because he was obviously attacked as a chick and it was fused in that position. So we took him on and he moved in with Richard, the other seagull, and the ducks, and he'll stay with us now. Paul Haywood says Mr. Big Tortoise is his favourite. That's Brutus. Brutus, the African spur thigh, or otherwise known as a sulcata. He's about half the size he will grow to. He's about 10 years old. He'll max out at about between 20 and 30 years old. Currently 25 kilograms. If he gets too cold down the bottom of the paddock, he just conks out, and I have to go down, struggle to lift him into a wheelbarrow and push him back up the garden. Paul says he likes Brutus's cosy room, reminds him of Tina's log burner lounge. Tina says I can see the similarity. Yeah, so Brutus the tortoise, sulcatas, they don't hibernate in the winter. They come from Africa, Central Africa, so they don't hibernate. If you sort of drop the temperature and put him in a box, he would die of starvation. So he stays active all year, so he stays down in his little shed. And even in the middle of winter when it snows, he'll come out. He's warm enough in his house, he comes out, he'll have a walk around, and when he feels himself getting cold, he'll go back in his house to warm up. You're going to need a bigger boat, Tina says in the live stream. Going to need a bigger house one day. At the old place he had a 6x4 shed, and I had to section it off and make the ceiling lower to keep the heat in. But I realised he didn't really need it, because when he was awake he wanted to come out. So something that you can keep nice and warm seems more practical than a big room that you can't keep warm. 4 kilometres done for our little group here. Six to go. And then that's our 10k for the day. Paul's already done his outside. Tina's having a rest day. Noah's here with me in our little group. Quick form check. Stand up nice and tall, relax the shoulders and breathe. Slightly push the hips forwards. Heart rate currently 129. Cadence 166. Yeah, Bruce doesn't have to go in the fridge. You need a big chest freezer for him. Or big chest fridge. Don't want to freeze him, do we? I've got a big upright fridge for the other ones. Believe it or not, I managed to get 20, well no, it won't be 20 odd tortoises, it'll be about 15, 16 tortoises into the big fridge, because the 7 little ones I've got in here with me are just over a year old. They're still too small to hibernate. So they're in here with me, down there in a tortoise table, with a heat lamp and a UV bulb. They're set up on a timer, they're light, and the heat lamp comes on every morning around 8 or 9 o'clock, goes off again in the evening about 8 or 9 o'clock. Maybe in about December, January, I might switch it all off for a few weeks just to give them a mini hibernation. Take our little photograph there for the old social media promoting Zwift. Zwift Run Channel, Finnimore's Farmhouse, collaboration evening. We run and talk about the tortoises. It's getting dark out there. I think we'll be alright though. I think we're just going to scrape it in. No elevation on today. Sometimes when I run a 5 or a 10k these days, I try to put 1% on, 1 or 2. I know it doesn't make much of a difference, but it makes me feel better. It does bring my heart rate up slightly, so it must be doing something. But as I've just finished work and lifted about 100 bags of bio pellets on and off the tractor, I thought we would leave it flat tonight. Tomorrow evening, I'm guessing, Mr. C will be here with us on the Zwift Run Channel, running the ZLDR recovery hour, or perhaps he might do his stage 2 Tour of Watopia Long, so keep an eye out for that tomorrow evening. Thank you, Tina. Tina says she's been sharing Finnimore's farmhouse with everyone. You like my eccentric, strange voice, don't you? I never know what's going to happen. I'm sure one day I'll end up falling over or banging my head. It's who I am. It's funny because I usually talk to myself anyway, so now I'm just talking to myself and recording it. Whilst trying to carry the camera. Second function of a trail running head torch is a hunting torch for hunting for tortoises. Oh yes, indeed. Or, even at work, I've got one of these watches with a torch on it. You think it's a gimmick? You wouldn't believe how many times I use that in the day. You know, climbing up in roof spaces, looking in cupboards, under the car, in the bonnet, in the evening when walking from the car to the house. It's so handy. Tina says, don't laugh, Noah. My husband pinched my head torch for a night dog poo light. She's had to buy herself another one, a new chest torch now for running, because her husband pinched her torch. It's funny you say that because I've got a handheld torch, which I bought for the Arc of Attrition a couple years ago, so you could pick out the edges of the cliff, just a lot brighter than the head torch, used for when you really need to pick the trail out across a field or something. That's been pinched by my wife as like the general purpose outdoor torch, or looking for the cat torch. I keep reminding her not to lose it. It's gone now, isn't it? I won't be seeing that one again. It's a bright torch. Talking about Mr. Fox, the other day I used that torch to look for the cat myself, and I walked up the back lane into a field, shone it across the field, and there was Mr. Fox with his glowing eyes looking at me. Every time he tried to run away, I made that noise and he would stop in his tracks and just stare at me. But then I shone it into the air and there was a barn owl flying around. So I started getting a bit worried about the cat. There was foxes and barn owls flying around. Thank you, Ben, for joining us on the Zwift Run channel. Ben said he joined tonight for 30 minutes. He's never learned so much about tortoises and ducks. Welcome to the Tortoise and Duck channel. My name is Clive Finnimore. Yes, cheers. Cheers, beans on Zwift. Hope to see you too again, buddy. We'll be back here tomorrow. Stephen will be running the live stream, I'm guessing. Like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get warned when we're going live. Tina says, we cater for everyone. Sometimes a gardening channel. We even talked about tractors tonight, haven't we? Proper job. Fino! Love a typo without glasses on. I'm with you there, buddy. Up until about 2 years ago, I never needed glasses. The last 12 months, my eyes have got really bad. I'm quite often, at my new job, if I put my glasses down in the workshop and I go in the main building, I can't get back out because I can't see the numbers on the pin code lock things on the doors. I have to wait for someone to come along. It doesn't matter how far back I stand from them, I can't see them. I'm waiting for when I learn the pattern as opposed to what numbers I'm supposed to be pressing. Saying that, there is actually there's possibly a new app out there Stephen asked me about the other day called QZ. Has anyone got that? I had a quick look at it on the App Store. Apparently it works with, it says all treadmills, and it matches the elevation and adjusts your treadmill as per Zwift. But it costs £5, so I don't want to risk it. It's for bikes and treadmills. It'd be good if it did work, and it also has a screen that shows you all your stats in one place. I think it's called QZ or ZQ, something like that. Thank you for the ride on, Wallace. 20 XP. Double XP, innit? I forgot that. So even if you're on level 30 and you maxed out your levels, the XP still accumulates in the background. So when the next level drop comes, you go up a lot quicker. They don't give it to you in one lump, but it does level up quicker because it's already there in the background. I'm not sure, Paul. It says £5 like a one-time payoff, but then it says in-app purchases. So I'm not sure if you pay for it once and that's it, it's yours, or it's a monthly thing. We'll have to quiz Stephen about it tomorrow when he's on, because he was asking me if I had it. Heart rate 135, cadence 168, temperature in the Cornish Zwift garage 14.1 degrees centigrade, 72% humidity. We are now just over 6 kilometers, 3.7 left to go, 22 minutes 30 seconds. Quick light check outside. I can still see the neighbour's garden, so it's still light out there of some sort, but it's fading fast. I'm not sure if I'd like the game adjusting the treadmill though. I like to select how I want it to go. Because if I want to do a hill session, I'll set it to 12%, like film MyRun 500. If I'm running an interval session, I definitely don't want elevation adjusting. Is that me just being lazy? We'll have to give it a go one day. We'll have to ask Stephen tomorrow whether it's a monthly subscription or it's a one-time payment. I mean, if it was on now, we'd be running at 11% elevation at 10 kilometers per hour. Ah, swag bags for 178, 179. $179 per month. Swag bags for what? In Zwift? Or on the app? So another quick form check, approaching 7 kilometers in. Stand nice and tall, slightly push your hips forwards, relax the shoulders and breathe. It's always a good time to think about your form on a nice steady run like this, because if you run outside on race day, it's the last thing you're thinking of. You're just trying to stay alive and get to the finish line. Here we go. 12% elevation now. I'm not at 12% elevation, I'm at 0. No, it says swag. Makes me think of Granny Swag from the kids' book. There we go. 7 kilometers done for our little group here. 3 to go. 18 minutes. Then it'll be 10k in the bag. Then I'll have to go pick up the wife. Disco Lucy. At the primary school Halloween. Come back. Have a shower. Hopefully I can get a shower before I have to go out and pick her up. And then we'll have our dinner, sit down in front of the telly and watch something really happy and fun like EastEnders. Oh yes, Tina, thank you for reminding me. Most importantly, put some animals away. Straight off the treadmill, it will be. It'll be a quick finish, down into the paddock. Even if I record it tonight, I don't think you'll be able to see me. If I do my old, what's it called? Speeded up filming. I can't remember what it's called in a quick time. Time lapse, that's it, time lapse. You'll just see a torch flying around in the dark. I can still see the neighbour's garden. It's all right at the moment, but it's getting dark. I think it's about half an hour left out there, and then it'll be pitch black. How's it at your place, Tina? Is it dark yet? You're a little bit more east than me, or I'm a little bit more west than you. If Stephen was on, it'd probably be dark at his now. Just think, if I was at my old job, I'd still have 2 hours and 15 minutes to go until I finished. Tina says, no idea. I've shut the curtains and battened down for the night. Log burner's on. Dogs are stretched out in front of the fire. In the farmhouse, we've got shutters. So we have a joke each night about, have you shut the shutters? Well, the shutters are only in the dining room and in the lounge. Noah's got to reassemble the tumble dryer. Oh dear, why is it in bits? Technical issues with Noah's tumble dryer tonight. He's taking it apart. I hope he took photographs as he went, or it might be going back in a different order. Was a tumble dryer, it's now a dishwasher. That's usually what I end up doing anyway. There's always spare screws and bits afterwards. Oh, Tina says her Labradoodle goes straight upstairs to bed now after his dinner. Now that she's lost her cat, they forget they've got him. That's like my pug, Tina. No, the pug does it in the morning actually. You come down in the morning and he comes down looking for his breakfast. He has his breakfast, he goes out for toilets, he comes back in, and then he goes back up to bed again, himself, and you don't see him till about 10 o'clock. It's alright for some, innit? It's a pug's life for a pug. Noah could use a dishwasher. Stephen's got a dishwasher, you know. It's in his kitchen. It's been there about 6 months. It's not plumbed in. Maybe that's what he's doing tonight, plumbing in the dishwasher. Just over 8 kilometres here. Tour of Watopia Stage 2 long run. 49 minutes done. 11 to go. It's cooking now, less than 2 kilometres to go. Good work everyone in the run tonight. Quick dark check. I can still see the rock in the neighbour's garden. I'll have to jump off the treadmill after this run, hit record, and hopefully we can catch something on camera. Mustn't forget to put my wellies on though. It's that time of year. Don't want to wear my treadmill running trainers down the paddock. They won't be blue anymore. They will be brown. So I've got to put my wellies on with my shorts. There's a big goat up there on the cliff. Thought about getting a goat. Problem is you need to apply for some form of license. I nearly said poultry license, but that's for the ducks and chickens. Livestock, that's it, a livestock license from the council. The problem is I think goats eat everything, don't they? All my lovely little trees and shrubs would disappear. See, if I got that other running app, I could display all the stats where the companion app screen is on my live stream. But then the problem is I wouldn't have the companion app. I'd have to have another screen in front of me, and I've already got 4. I think the companion app's more important at this stage. We'll do a little bit of investigating, see what it's all about. Don't think it's worth the £5, is it? Tina says yes, they eat the garden furniture. And the washing as well. Yes, they do indeed. They jump up on everything, don't they? Now, I think we're passing that one. So it's the Beachy Head Marathon weekend coming up, isn't it? I believe Stephen's going to be there. Neil, Messenger's going to be there. I did think about it a few weeks ago, but it's all that travelling, isn't it? I'd rather keep them local. Can't be dealing with travelling. However, I have got like a Freelander 2 now, Land Rover, 17 years old. Really good deal. 17-year-old Land Rover or Freelander 2 with only 59,000 miles on the clock. Full service history. You can drop the back seats and sleep in the back. So I think if I do go anywhere again, like Brighton or Beachy Head, I'll just sleep in the back of the Land Rover on a street somewhere. Not quite a cousin's camper or a Jeff Partridge van, but at least you can lie down flat in the back of it. I was waiting for that, Tina. My kids say that. Trust you, get a Land Rover in a farmhouse. I couldn't afford a Defender, Land Rover Defender. It's like £7,000 for one that's rusty in a field somewhere that doesn't even start. So I had to hunt down a Freelander 2. Well, actually, my wife would have killed me if I got a Defender. She hates the look of them. But she likes the Freelander 2 because it's more like a car. It's got heated seats and climate control. I showed her a Defender the other day. She went nuts. She was, I'm so glad you got this one. Good evening, Anthony Anderson. Anthony Anderson's in the house. He says, good evening all. Hope you're all okay. Four and a half minutes left to go here for us in this little group. We've been running Tour of Watopia Stage 2, long route tonight. Thank you for joining me on the Zwift Run channel. Your support is really appreciated by Stephen and myself, Victoria. Always makes the runs go for I can't speak now, thinking about going outside and getting the animals in. Always helps the runs flow a lot smoother when you're chatting away on the live stream. Anthony Anderson says, no, Stephen again. No, I think Stephen's tended to live stream Wednesdays and Fridays now. Last night he was a bit tired after his ultra live streaming over the weekend, last weekend. I'm sure he'll be here tomorrow evening, either with the ZLDR recovery hour or Stage 2 Tour of Watopia, because he'll need to get that one done. So keep an eye out. Make sure you got the notification bell selected to all on YouTube. That way you'll get the notification when he's about to go live. So Zwift Run Channel will be here tomorrow evening around 5:30, 6 o'clock. Half 5 if it's the ZLDR recovery hour. I'm guessing around 6 if it's Stage 2. You're right, Tina. Lazy. Says Anthony. Be careful, Tina. I'm sure he's there watching in the background. Good evening, Stephen. How are you? Come on, Stephen, say hello. We know you're there. We can see you through the camera. One and a half minutes to go here until I've got to run down the paddock and put the animals away before Mr. Fox comes along. Thank you for joining us on the Zwift Run channel tonight. And now one of my children is also ringing, probably asking for a lift up the hill. So that adds an extra complication to putting the animals away before the fox eats them. I'll have to ring him back in a minute. They've only got to walk 400 metres up a hill, but they wait down the bottom for a lift. Noah says, do you not know how difficult it is to sit in a field eating mince pies and drinking lattes? There you go, I've got my weekly goal of 60 kilometres. Hopefully if I get running a bit more, we'll have to push that back up again. Tina says, well done Clive, well done everyone. Thank you. We can stop the treadmill now. I might have to nip down the hill and pick my child up before the animals. It's getting dark now. The stone has almost disappeared. Zwift Run Channel will be back tomorrow evening for about 5:30, 6 o'clock for either the ZLDR Recovery Hour or Tour of Watopia Stage 2 with Stephen Cousins. Hopefully I'll be there, running in the background or maybe live streaming, I don't know. We'll see what happens tomorrow evening. Noah says, well done. Paul says the animals are the priority over your children. Quite right, Paul, quite right. Thank you, Paul, Noah, Tina, Anthony, for chatting in the live stream tonight. Much appreciated. Love your company. And on that mark, I think I'm going to power down and go and put the animals in. Have a good night, have a good evening, everyone. We'll see you again next time. Cheers. Bye-bye. Good night. See you all again next time. Bye-bye.